Alright, so this is the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for, because we have not just one or two, but all the iPhone 13 series models here. We have the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, and also the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And in this video, we're going to unbox all of these new iPhone models, and I'm also going to tell you my first impressions. So do watch this video till the very end, because I'm sure it's going to be interesting. You're watching India Today Tech. I am Manas Tiwari. Let's start with the iPhone 13 mini first. It is the most compact of all the four models launched this year. The retail packaging is very similar to last year's iPhone 12 mini, which means that you still don't get a charger inside the box, but you do get the phone itself, which is 5.4 inches in screen size, and it is priced at rupees 69,990 for the base variant. You also get a Type-C to Lightning charging cable inside the box. There is some product information, an Apple sticker, and also a SIM ejector tool. Moving on to the iPhone 13. Now this one comes in 6.1 inch screen size. The price starts at rupees 79,990. The packaging is very similar. You again get the same charging cable, same product information, Apple sticker, and also a SIM ejector tool. By chance, if you have not noticed by now, Apple has actually removed the plastic packaging from its retail boxes. And I know a lot of people might not feel the same about it, but honestly, we don't care. In the end, you just have to remove it, and the product is what matters. Anyway, moving on to the iPhone 13 Pro. Now this one also comes in 6.1 inch screen size. The price starts at rupees 1,19,990. The packaging is again very similar. You get the same Type-C to Lightning charging cable, you get the Apple sticker, SIM ejector tool, and also some product information. Lastly, we have the big boy, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, the biggest of the lot, and of course the retail box is also bigger than the other models. Also, Apple has clearly distinguished its Pro models from the other two by packaging them in a black box. So the message here is clear that the Pro and Pro Max, which come in the black retail box, are more premium than the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini. Anyway, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has a 6.7 inch display. Its price starts at rupees 1,29,990. And packaging is again very similar, but you do get a bigger Apple sticker inside the box. So we have unboxed the phones, and I have the iPhone 13 mini and iPhone 13 here, and let's start with them. So in terms of design, you don't get too many upgrades from last year's models, but they do still look very premium. The iPhone 13 mini that I have here comes in midnight color variant, and this one is actually a shade of black. It's not jet black. In fact, from some angles it also looks like a variant of dark blue, but it's actually black. And if you look closely at the camera modules, the camera sensors are now bigger. Also, you get a ring around the camera sensor, which kind of looks good. The iPhone 13 though, and the color variant that I have here, I'm genuinely impressed. It's the product red, which all of us are aware of, but it looks stunning on this phone, especially those rings that I talked about. If you take this phone outdoors, this is blood red, it shines, and it looks absolutely terrific. Now what has Apple done here is that it has also used aluminum frame around both these smartphones, and this has a matte sort of finish. So what it does, it prevents your fingerprint smudges on the side frame, and I kind of appreciate that as well. Yeah, the phones are definitely thicker than before, and they're also a little bulky, but then the iPhone 13 mini is of course quite compact, and if lightweight is your preference, then you can definitely consider this one. Now on the front is where you get to see a big change, and that comes in terms of a smaller notch. Now honestly, when Apple announced it and I saw it in pictures, I thought it won't make much of a difference, but once I got these phones in my hand, I can genuinely see that the notch is smaller now, and it does make difference in your daily experience. But the phones still continue to use 60 Hz displays, Apple has reserved the high refresh rate display for the Pro models, and we'll get to that later on. Now, if media consumption is your preference and you watch a lot of shows and everything, I think you should definitely go for iPhone 13 and not mini, because that's just too small for that sort of content consuming. Both these phones also come with A15 Bionic chip, which also powers the Pro models, but here Apple has used less cores, so I'm expecting the Pro models to deliver better performance. We'll talk about performance in detail when we review these phones. I've only spent few hours with them, so right now it's just a quick impression of what I feel about them. Now, in terms of camera, they come with two 12 megapixel sensors. The Pro models also have a telephoto sensor, and you can check out the camera performance yourself. First, let's have a look at the image samples from the iPhone 13 mini. Now, the iPhone 13 also has the same camera setup, and iPhones have always been known for their camera performance, and again, I was genuinely impressed because there have been subtle improvements and the images overall look quite sharp and punchy. Now lastly, Apple is also claiming that both these phones deliver better battery life. That's something that I'm going to keep a close eye on over the next few days, and we'll talk about it in our final review. Now moving on to the iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max. And as a reviewer, I and a lot of other people are actually guilty of using the term premium very loosely. We often refer to a lot of smartphones as premium looking or feeling devices very easily, but it's when you use phones like the iPhone 13 Pro models you realize what actually a premium phone should feel and look like, and Apple has done an incredible job here. The color variant that I have is the graphite one for the iPhone 13 Pro and Sierra Blue, something which I was personally quite excited to check out is what you get on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Let me address a few things and get them out of our way straight right on top. Both these phones are definitely bulky. I mean, if you're gonna hold them for too long to capture images or take videos, you will definitely feel fatigue. The iPhone 13 Pro weighs 204 grams, while the iPhone 13 Pro Max weighs nearly 240 grams, which is quite insane for a smartphone. They are also quite thick. I mean, they're not slim by any margin. Also, Apple has used stainless steel frame here, which is supposed to be more premium than the aluminum frame, but what happens is, because it is kind of glossy, this frame catches a lot of fingerprint smudges. In fact, I held the phone for only few seconds and I could already see fingerprint smudges around the frame, and that's something that honestly I don't really appreciate. But apart from that, the rear panel looks gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. If you take these colors in outdoors, they look brilliant. In fact, this is not actually blue. This is a shade of blue. In fact, the graphite one is also a lighter shade of black, but they genuinely look good. Even the camera modules and the rings around them also look very good. The camera sensors slightly pop out of the module, and that's something that you would want to keep a close eye on. But apart from that, overall the in-hand feel is quite good. I've always maintained that 6.1-inch screen size is more than enough to stream content, but only when you watch videos on the iPhone 13 Pro Max you realize what difference does this size make. Apple has also, and finally by the way, used 120Hz displays on both these smartphones, and it does make a lot of difference in your normal usage. The screen definitely feels a lot more smoother. Again, something that we will experience over the next few days and talk about in detail in our final review, but it's good to see 120Hz refresh rate finally coming to Apple iPhones. In the camera department, both these phones have 3 sensors each. All of these are 12 megapixel sensors. One of them is a telephoto sensor, and the images that you capture are quite stunning. In fact, you can first check out the iPhone 13 Pro image samples and figure out the results yourself. Now, the iPhone 13 Pro Max produces equally stunning images. In fact, the screen size that you get, and while I was clicking these images, I could already see on the screen that the colors were produced absolutely brilliantly by this phone, and that also reflects in the eventual images that you get to see. Apple has also added the cinematic mode on both these smartphones. Again, a feature that I was personally looking to, check out, and it gives you very decent results. I'll be very honest with you. It isn't nowhere close to what Apple had showcased in its launch event or Tim Cook had talked about. But you do get pretty decent results, and it's a step in the right direction. And with some improvement, it will allow content creators and who use iPhones to make content for social media or YouTube to use their phones in a better way. So you can check out this video here that we have made, where you can actually switch between the foreground and background while shooting the video, and all of it happens quite seamlessly. Lastly, Apple has used A15 Bionic chip on both these phones, and it has claimed that the battery life is also better than the previous generation models. But that's again something, as I told you, we'll keep an eye on and talk about in detail in our review. Now my work ends here and yours starts. What you need to do is, you need to go to the comment section and tell us, which one of these iPhones did you like the most? Is it the iPhone 13 mini, 13 Pro or Pro Max? Let us know in the comment section. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to India Today Tech. Also, tap on the bell icon so that whenever we upload the reviews of each of these phones, you don't miss out on them. Thank you.